So hey my loves, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about a cognitive bias, and yes, you are probably familiar with this cognitive bias even if you don't know it by name. Okay, so yeah, as an inquisitive child that I am, I've always wondered why we blame someone else whenever things go wrong, whenever things do not go in our favor. And I found something very interesting. Okay, so now this is going to take me back to high school. I'm going to use high school as an example here. So let's imagine we have a test, right? Say computer or chemistry test, and we are prepared. We are super prepared for these exams, right? And even after doing the exams, right, we are sure that we are going to pass. We are very sure that we are going to pass exams because of the way we prepared so hard last night or the other day for the exams. And the next day our script is given to us. We saw that we aced our computer test A1 as usual, as always. And the next thing that came to your head was like, yes, you did it. You know that all your sleepless nights paid off. Yes, you are sure that that is why you aced your computer exams. And then your chemistry script and then you saw your chemistry script, right? And it's like, say, a C. And the next thing your brain does is to blame it on the teacher. Say the teacher is too partial, or you blame it on the weather or your siblings. So that particular habit, particular habit of transferring blame, it's known as the self-serving bias. Oh my god, I look so cute. So that particular habit of transferring blame is known as the self-serving bias. As humans, we have this tendency to attribute our success to our own efforts and our failures to external factors. You know, we love to take credit for the positive things that happen in our life, and then we blame outside factors like our environment, our families, our siblings, you know, for the negative things in our life. Now, this bias takes place in workplace. At least I've seen this happen. It takes place in school also, and it also shows up in personal relationships. So why do we do this? What's the actual reason for this bias? Why do we love to claim the good and externalize the bad? The self-serving bias works as a defense mechanism to preserve our self-image, because our brain helps us to maintain this self-confidence most times. And why this might sound less harmful, why this might sound like a minor issue, it's actually quite dangerous if it becomes part of us and repeatedly we display this bias. And wait, don't get me wrong, I'm not in any way promoting self-blame. I'm not saying to constantly work yourself up or beat yourself for failure, because that's a toxic form of emotional abuse. Studies have shown that the reverse of this bias, that's the self-serving bias, contributes to depression. It's linked to depression, and that's the self-effacing bias, which is the attribution of success to external causes and failures to personal factors. So what do we do? How do we overcome this bias that is so ingrained within us, that is so ingrained in our DNA? Because blaming ourselves can negatively affect our mental health, and on the other hand, not taking the blame will lead to lack of accountability, and it's actually harmful to learning process, because when you mess up and you don't realize and you don't even take the blame, when you mess up and you blame the outside world for whatever that happened, you don't grow. You just stay where you are. You don't learn from it. And I know that there's a saying that self-serving bias helps to preserve self-confidence, helps to maintain all that, but then I would like to disagree with that, because that's not even true confidence. True confidence is not you going about blaming others, shifting blame. True confidence is when you can take responsibilities for your actions. True confidence has nothing to do with you manipulating others and, you know, blaming others. Okay, it's when you can take responsibility for your actions. It's when you don't shift responsibilities. Actually, it's when you are not afraid to fail. Okay, the best way to deal with this bias, this self-serving bias, is self-awareness. Mindful self-awareness is just know when this bias comes to play and give yourselves the opportunity to self-correct. Okay, and also, oh my god, and also change how you view mistakes. Tell yourself again and again that it's acceptable to make mistakes. It's actually acceptable to make mistakes. I'm not projecting negative energy here. I'm not promoting negativity, but it's actually okay to make mistakes. I know it's pretty much uncomfortable because your brain will try to defend you from whatever you did, but you should know that every single mistake we make, okay, teaches us life lessons. So instead of blaming others, instead of blaming others for your failures, try to see it as opportunity for self-improvement. Because you've made a mistake doesn't mean you are a failure. And yes, on some days you might find yourself going back and forth, you know, even though you know this, you might still end up blaming others sometimes, but then after realizing, you should give yourself the opportunity to apologize. Try to take responsibility by apologizing. Okay, I mean, blaming is actually a poor strategy. It's a bad idea. For once, just try taking responsibility for your action and see how you will feel. Taking responsibility actually makes you trustworthy. The other day, I read an article on the net by Peter Bergman, and he said something quite interesting. He said, as humans, you need to accept failure as part of life and not a final sentence on who you are as a person. In other words, it's okay to step on a dog. It happens, but just don't blame the dog. It's when you hear, or you can comment down. If you found the video helpful, please give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the comment section. Okay.